This is Therapist Clubhouse, a podcast for private practice entrepreneurs. I'm Annie Schusler. This week, it's just you and me. I'm taking this podcast and my company in a new direction, and I want to tell you about it now. This has been percolating under the surface for quite a while. There's been this part of me, kind of a whisper at first, and then more of a shout over time, and I am ready to tell you about it, and I think you're ready to hear about it. For several years, I've been focused on helping therapists create thriving private practices by leveraging their superpowers. With this podcast and my program, the Superpower Method for Therapists program, and with our free trainings, we've helped a lot of you fill your practices and make a lot more money. And this has been incredible for me, and I am thrilled, and everyone on my team has been really thrilled about your success and the impact you're making with your clients. And there's something else I've been doing, and I barely talk about it, and that's going to change now. I've been helping people who are trained as therapists create programs and services beyond the therapy room. I've run masterminds to help therapists create transformative offers outside of their offices. And I've been doing this really quietly, only offering it to grads of the Superpower program. But now, I am going to make this my primary focus. I am having so much fun helping these people level up, and it's absolutely something I am meant to do. You, I believe, are meant to lead movements, and I am here to help you do it. Okay, this is the question some of you are going to be asking right away. Are you still going to help therapists build traditional local practices in their offices? Yes, I am. I'm going to be offering the Superpower Method for Therapists program in 2019. When I talked about this with a few of the therapists who've done the Superpower Method program and are now in my mastermind, they were really clear that the Superpower Method program needs to exist and it's offering something unique in the practice building world. But I'm offering you something else now too. Something that you need to know is an option for you. You're trained as a therapist. And you can be a change maker, a visionary, and even a movement leader. You can take the amazing work you're doing and make a much bigger impact by taking it beyond the therapy room. In order to do that, to make that bigger impact, you're going to need to do two things. You're going to need to embrace the fact that you're an entrepreneur and that you own a business, and you're going to need to be a rebel. As an entrepreneur with your own small business, you have a lot of choices about how to make an impact. You really have endless choices. The dirty secret is that most therapists don't thrive doing more than 15 to 20 sessions a week. And that's not really a secret on this podcast. You've heard it over and over again. Even at 200 per hour or more, your income is capped really quickly. And your impact on people is capped really quickly. The self-help and personal development industry in just the US is an over $10 billion industry. People are really willing to pay for solutions. A lot of what's out there is crap. People trained in therapy and counseling should be leaders in this industry. We have the empathy, the ethics, we have the rigor and the intelligence. We have high standards, and we got into this because we actually want to help people transform their lives. That puts us in the perfect position to become leaders in this industry, rather than only working one-on-one or one-on-two in our therapy offices. So who's leading this industry if it's not us? Often it's people with less training and education who know less about the problems they're helping to solve. Many of them are life coaches. And coaching is an unregulated industry. Now, there are wonderful coaches and wonderful training programs and certification programs for life coaches, but these programs are not required to become a life coach. In order to call yourself a life coach, all you have to do is call yourself a life coach. People trained as therapists and counselors, on the other hand, we have a lot of training and a lot of experience. But you might be saying, my transformation doesn't scale beyond one-on-one work. The kind of work I do, the kind of transformation I help people with, it doesn't scale. And maybe that's true, but maybe it's not. Dig a little bit deeper. Ask yourself about this. You may be telling yourself that it doesn't scale because the way you're doing it now is how you've always thought about it. It can be challenging to consider working differently. I promise I will never mislead you. Increasing your impact and changing how you run your business is not easy. It's not simple. I'm not going to talk about passive income that you can get to easily and just get rich. It takes being relentless and patient at the same time. And I believe it really takes wanting to make a difference in people's lives. This is not a quick money thing. What your business and your leadership is going to look like is going to be unique to you. And figuring it out is going to be a unique puzzle. And that's part of what we figure out together in my mastermind program. So here are some examples of what you might create beyond the therapy room. A workshop, an online course, a group coaching program, an individual coaching program, a book, a podcast, a group therapy program, a membership community, a retreat, a group therapy practice, or a therapy center, or something else that you're thinking about that you're going to cook up. In the process of recreating your business, you're going to learn some business concepts that people in the therapy world don't usually learn. And these things are really going to help you with your business. Some of those concepts might intimidate you at first, but we're going to step into it together so you can benefit from them. I read business books all the time, and I'm going to give you the good stuff from all of them so you don't necessarily have to read them yourself. And remember when I said you're going to have to be a rebel? Well, what I mean by that is that as you embrace being an entrepreneur and you commit to making a bigger impact, you're going to need to try new things, to break some rules, to amplify your voice, trust your instincts, and push against your edges and get out of your comfort zone. And this is going to be an adventure, and it's an adventure for rebels. So you might wonder how the podcast is going to change. So first of all, as of the next episode, the name is going to change. It's going to be called Rebel Therapist. If you're already subscribed, you're going to stay subscribed. You're just going to see the new name. I'm going to be bringing you more guests who've taken their gifts beyond the therapy room and have stepped into bigger leadership. I'm going to be asking questions and bringing out stories that show how it can be done, what's worked to increase their impact, and what hasn't worked. I'll be bringing on people who can help you see new possibilities and help you bridge the gap between where you are now and where you could be. I'll bring on people sometimes who are not therapists, but who have programs and services that I know you need to hear about. We sometimes need to learn from people outside of our fishbowl so we can see what's possible. So what's going to stay the same on the podcast, I'm still going to talk to real people about their experiences. I'll still ask about mindset issues, about how much people charge, about the low moments they've been through with their businesses, and what advice they'd give to their former selves. I'm still going to hold the assumption that there is not one right way to run your business. I'm still not going to bring on experts to tell you how you should do it. I'm going to bring on people who are doing it themselves. So, what about this mastermind I've been mentioning? The mastermind that I have up till now been doing quietly and exclusively is going to open up. It's called Rebel Therapist Mastermind, and you can learn all about it at rebeltherapist.me/mastermind. It's for rebel therapists who want to level up, make a bigger impact, and make more money without increasing the number of hours they're spending with clients. It's for folks who know there's something more they're meant to do. So here's how the mastermind works. First, you're going to apply. And then if you're a good fit, you're going to enroll, and then you'll start with an extensive questionnaire about your business so far and where you might want to go next. Then we're going to have a 3-day online intensive in early February. So it's going to be 3 days, 6 hours a day, totally focused on your business. And in those 3 days, you're going to clarify your vision, and you're going to work on your message, and you're going to start taking the steps to get to that new vision. Then we're going to meet once a month for 8 months with 90-minute group video calls to help you work through the steps of making your vision happen. Now, if you want to know what kind of folks you might be working with in this mastermind, I'm going to give you some examples of people who've been through the program. Nick Venegoni, who I interviewed over the summer, is the creator of Queer Spirit, a podcast featuring conversations with artists, healers, and activists who enliven, heal, and empower the LGBTQ plus communities. He's a leader at the intersection of queerness and spirituality. April Harder, who will be my very first interview in 2019, created an anti-racism coaching program and created a totally new way for white people to examine and change their racist behaviors. And you can find her work at aprilharder.com. She's definitely making a huge impact, and you're going to get to hear all about it soon. If you think you might be interested in being a participant of this mastermind, just make sure you get on the wait list now, and we'll tell you when we open up applications in January. And that's going to be at rebeltherapist.me/mastermind. I will see you again on January 1st, 2019, with the first episode of Rebel Therapist. I am so excited for you to come with me on this adventure. Thank you so much for being with me and being a listener. I'll see you soon.